Hello and welcome once again to our channel. Today we are here to check out 5 of the world's most controversial disputed territories. Number 5 is East China Sea, a chain of remote energy rich islands known as the Senkaku Island in Japan and the Diaoyu Island in China are the subject of a territorial and maritime dispute between the two powers that has been escalating in recent years, especially over the past few months. China has been trying to assert control over airspace in the East China Sea that overlaps with a zone declared by Japan more than 4 decades ago. After years of post-World War II control by the US, Japan argues that the islands were vacant. When no one occupies and controls territory, it is considered the land belongs to no one. Until 1995, when Japan government laid claim to them, China argues that it owned the island before them. As you know, China is involved in many other territorial disputes. Number 4 is Transnistria. The state officially known as Pre-Nestorian Moldavian Republic is a breakaway state in the narrow strip of land between the river Dniester and the Ukraine border that is internationally recognized as part of Moldova. Its capital is Tiraspol, having an area of about 4,163 kilometers. In the year 1990s, Transnistria proclaimed independence from Moldova and alliance to Moscow, which has been considered as a frozen conflict. Ever since, with an ongoing Russian military presence after Russia's recent action in Ukraine, local leaders expressed their firm desire to be annexed to NATO's supreme commander in Europe. General Philip Breedlove said that request would give Russian President Vladimir Putin a pretext to send in troops as he did it in Crimea, making the state the disputed territory between Russia and Moldova. Number 3 is Western Sahara. The former Spanish colony of Western Sahara in northwest Africa has been in political limbo since Spain withdrew from the area in 1976. Although the action was not recognized internationally, Morocco succeeded in annexing the approximately 1 lakh square miles of sources-rich desert territory shortly thereafter, and it has remained disputed ever since. Morocco has steadily built a series of walls known as Burn of 200,000 miles, that is 3,219 kilometers long, essentially pushing the indigenous population out of the area. In 2010, just ahead of UN-mediated talks on the future of this territory, several people were killed in violent clashes between Moroccan society, Moroccan security forces and the protesters near the capital Loyans. Number 2 is Gaza Strip and West Bank. The geographical areas disputed by Israelis and Palestinians for a tiny piece of land. Because of small number of people and limited extent of these territories, the Gaza Strip and West Bank do not get a lot of exposure. Just this week, at least 3 Palestinians were killed and more than a dozen of people were injured during an Israeli raid of a refugee camp in West Bank. There is one more dispute which comes on number 2, that is dispute between Syria and Israel. But right now Syria has bigger fish to fry with its civil war. But unfortunately Syria grapples with its own rebel inside its border, so it is not mentioned in number 2. Coming to the number 1 disputed territory in 2020, Jammu Kashmir tops the list. The former princely states of India and Pakistan has been disputed since the British relinquished control of the subcontinent in the 1940s. A heavily militarized 450-mile long, which is 724 kilometer line of control has long pitted India and Pakistani forces against each other in the contested Himalayan region. But on 5th August 2019, Government of India revoked the special status of Article 370 and 35A from the Indian Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir, a region administered by India as a state and a part of larger region of Kashmir, which has been the subject of dispute among India, Pakistan and China. And every day, ceasefire violation from Pakistan and mortality rate getting higher in both the countries, making it the number 1 disputed territory all around the world. But the recent Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, making it clear for Pakistan by saying that we need to only talk about the POK, which is Pakistan occupied Kashmir, not about Jammu and Kashmir, which was and will always be a part of India. Thank you. Do subscribe, like, and